With the developing story out of Watauga County at this hour, crews are battling a 225-acre wildfire that's threatening homes in the town of Deep Gap. That's about 12 miles east of Boone. Emergency crews tell us the fire started just after 6:30 last night. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us now from the ground with the very latest.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm right here at the entrance of Powderhorn Mountain. This is a private area where folks live, and of course in the morning hours they were very concerned about the possibility of, their homes being lost or damaged by these flames. Now I want to show you something. Look at the ground. You see a lot of leaves. These dry conditions are what makes situations like this so ripe for these wildfires, and that's exactly what happened.
Because of all the leaves that are here, it was very a low burning fire, but then when it hit some of the other vegetation, it flared up, and it got pretty dicey there for a little while. But these guys were on top of it and calmed it down.
Now, crews were out late last night, working throughout the night, trying to contain this fire. As you look at this video from one of the residents who lives on top of Powder Mountain. Fortunately, in the early morning hours, they were able to contain the blaze. But of course, this was something that had a lot of people at first concerned.
The crews that were up here did a phenomenal job. They came and they cleared out 50 feet away from my house and lit backfires to let the fire burn to what was coming up the mountain. And so they did a tremendous job.
Yeah, and every place you look, you'll see charred spots. We're at the base of the entrance to Powder Mountain, still high elevation, but you can tell there's a lot of damage. The good news in all of this, no loss of homes, and more importantly, no injuries or loss of life. We're in Watauga County. Richard Devane for WCNC Charlotte.
Richard, thank you. Let's bring in meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees. Brittany, we know the weather is impacting these fires tremendously.
They are, Sarah, and all of this really ties back into the drought, which we've been talking a lot about, not just the past few weeks, but the past few months too. Weather typically is not the necessary cause of wildfires. Normally it's some kind of human impact. We're throwing cigarettes out the window, folks are pulling their cars off, and exhaust is sparking a dry vegetation, or things like bonfires, camping equipment are just not being put out fully. But what happens is the weather adds on to that. When it's dry, things spread quickly. When it's windy, things spread quickly. And especially the mountains see those conditions even this time of year. Now, we got the new drought update this morning from the U.S. Drought Monitor. And as expected, drought conditions continue to expand. Out of our local 22 counties, I would say over half of them are now under severe drought conditions. That's the darker orange shading here. That's about a 3 out of 5 on the scale. Everyone else still a 2 out of 5. But what's interesting is we have this little sliver of South Carolina down toward Greenville is now at a D3. That's a 4 out of 5 on the scale. Really, the Charlotte metro area hasn't seen anywhere of the 4 out of 5 to 5 out of 5 range since late 2008, after a year-long issue with significant drought conditions. So we're really hoping for some rain. And while there is rain in the forecast over the next few days, it probably will be enough to help with the wildfire situation, but not enough to put a significant dent in our rainfall accumulation.